Joseph was in prison for something he didn't do, but his situation wasn't all bad because God was with him. A while after he arrived, Pharaoh became angry with his chief cupbearer and chief baker, and he sent them both to prison where Joseph was. The captain of the guard assigned Joseph to look after these two new prisoners. One morning, Joseph noticed that the cupbearer and baker both looked upset. "Why do you look so worried today?" Joseph asked them. They replied, "We both had dreams last night, but no one can tell us what they mean." Joseph had experience with dreams, so he offered to help them. The chief cupbearer told Joseph his dream first. "I saw a grapevine in front of me. The vine had 3 branches that began to bud and blossom, and soon it produced clusters of ripe grapes. I was holding Pharaoh's wine cup in my hand, so I took a cluster of grapes and squeezed the juice into the cup. Then I placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand." Through God, Joseph knew exactly what the dream meant. Joseph said, "The 3 branches represent 3 days. Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift you up and restore you to your position as his chief cupbearer." The cupbearer was overjoyed at this news. Joseph made a request of the cupbearer once he returned to Pharaoh's service. Joseph said, "Please remember me. Mention me to Pharaoh so he might let me out of this place. For I was kidnapped from my homeland and put in prison for something I did not do." Encouraged by the positive interpretation that Joseph had given the first dream, the baker told Joseph about his own dream. "Well, in my dream, there were baskets of white pastries stacked on my head. The top basket contained all kinds of pastries for Pharaoh, but the birds came and ate them from the basket on my head." Again, God provided Joseph with the dream's meaning, but this dream did not mean good things were coming for the baker. Joseph told the baker, "The 3 baskets also represent 3 days. 3 days from now, Pharaoh will have you killed, and your body will be left out for the birds to eat." 3 days later, it was Pharaoh's birthday, and he prepared a banquet for all his officials and staff. He summoned his chief cupbearer and chief baker from the prison to join the other officials. And just as Joseph predicted from their dream, Pharaoh restored the chief cupbearer to his former position, and the baker was killed. Even though Joseph had helped him, the cupbearer forgot all about Joseph's request and didn't say a word to Pharaoh to help him.